So far on the Miss World Head-to-Head Challenge, we've heard about touching stories, inspirational messages, and incredible causes. This is truly a platform for our Miss World contestants to share who they are with the world. Welcome to Group 9 of the Miss World Head-to-Head Challenge. Today we welcome Indonesia.
Hello.
Albania. Malaysia.
Hi, Frankie.
Rwanda. Kazakhstan, and England. Ladies, how are you feeling this morning?
Great.
Great.
Good.
Wonderful.
It's a great morning.
Yeah.
Excited for the head-to-head challenge?
Of course.
Very excited.
Very good. Well, the head-to-head challenge consists of two parts. First, you're going to share your video presentations, and then we're going to ask you the final question. And voting will be explained after your video presentations. So let's meet our first contestant. She comes from Indonesia.
I was born and raised in a country that truly embraced cultural diversity, Indonesia. My family always encouraged me to do everything with passion, and that is how I discovered my first love, painting. Through it, I utilized my creativity to express ideas so I can help more people. I believe in any field of work, what matters is giving back what we learn to the society. And I realized that when I finished my degree in International Relations at Parahyangan Catholic University. I was chosen to be the head delegate of UNPAR's delegation for Harvard National MUN 2017 in the United States. It taught me leadership, teamwork, and the role of young people of Indonesia on making a positive impact to the world. We must relate, we must help, and we must include to see the bigger picture that is framed with our merah putih, our togetherness. That is what being an Indonesian means to me. I am Alia Nur Shabrina, and I am honored to represent Indonesia at Miss World 2018.
Now, Indonesia, you've participated in Model United Nations conferences. How has this prepared you for Miss World?
Well, through those many years of experiences, I've come up with my own formula, which is ACC. ACC is active, creative, and contributive. The first, active, is by being involved in solving any kind of global issues around us, from whether it's researching what's pollution, what's climate change, and to volunteering for children who survive disasters, like what I did in Palu and Nepal. Just be active. Second is creative. Learning diplomacy helps me open my mind to cultures and interests, finding out a way out in any kind of crisis. And the third one is contributive, because our life is a gift. So we have to give back and uplift each other and give the best possible solution, right? Yeah, so active, creative, and contributive, I hope that inspires you to be that too.
And is this something that you use at Miss World, you use in your daily life, something you teach to people?
What I said to myself first, because I believe being a role model is not for anyone else, but it's for myself. I set my own standard.
Okay, well, ACC.
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 Active, creative, and contributive.
Thank you so much, Indonesia.
Thank you.
Our next contestant comes from Albania.
Hello, my name is Nikita Preka, Miss World Albania 2018, and I'm honored to represent Albania. I've completed a Master in International Business Administration and a bachelor degree in banking and finance. My parents injected me the passion for success and achievement. I'm humble but proud of my achievements, decisive of my goals but kind of my heart. As Miss World Albania 2018, I want to set up the best example of the beauty with a purpose. I would like to associate with as many organizations as possible and help those in need. I'm thrilled to represent Albania at Miss World 2018, and I can't wait to meet the other contestants. See you all in China. Thank you.
Albania, in your video, you said that you want to work with many organizations to help people in need. Which organizations do you hope to work with?
So the organizations can be from a private and public sector, profit or non-profit organization. What it really matters is that those organizations are willing to join my journey and change people's life. I've already contacted a few companies in my country, in Albania, and I really hope I will get a positive feedback from them. My project is about helping kids and teenagers in their educational journey, and I believe that would be the best contribution that I can do for my country to educate the future generation. Albanian kids, they do have talent, they are ambitious, they are smart, so they deserve to have the best opportunities in their life. As participating at Miss World, I really hope that has raised awareness about my project, and I hope that some companies are willing to collaborate with me and help in my project.
And Albania, have you always loved volunteering as a young person?
Yes, I always love volunteering, and I've done a few projects in volunteering. The last project was in California. I collaborated with a company over there, which is called Cafe Spa, to help kids in need. So that was a great experience. I feel very fulfilled and completed when I participate in such things.
Great, well thank you so much for your work.
Thank you.
Malaysia, are you ready for the world to watch your presentation?
Yes, definitely.
Okay, well let's take a look.
Salam sejahtera. My name is Larissa Ping Liu and I'm 19 years old. I'm honored to represent the land of diversity, Malaysia. Born and bred in a city of unity called Kuching in Sarawak, I'm a mixed race of Chinese and Kenyah. My Kenyah mother taught me a lot about practicing our culture, and from her, my sister and I learned to be culture dancers. Growing up, I've learned the urgency and the importance of keeping our culture alive. So I started picking up the sape, which is our traditional musical instrument, and learned many long forgotten tunes. I enjoy being around children and youths, and I'm driven to help the young ones by doing what I love, which is teaching. I always believe that every child has a talent and a potential to do great things. I stand for the equal education opportunities for children, especially those who live in the remote areas of the country. I'm Larissa Ping Liu, and I'm your Miss World Malaysia 2018.
Malaysia, what's the most important lesson you've taught a young person?
Well, the most important lesson that I could remember teaching a young person would be to give back. Every time I would always emphasize on being kind and compassionate to the children that I reach out to, whether or not they're from the city or from the rural areas in my country. And this is because ever since I was young, I always believed that charity starts small and it starts at any age. So our young people today, they're very quick at learning and adapting to new things. So we should teach them the ways to give back to the community, and we bear this responsibility to be a good role model to the younger generation. And I believe that if our actions are put into practice, and eventually our country would definitely be a better place. I mean, the whole world would be a better place if everyone puts this into practice, you see.
Great, thank you so much, Malaysia.
You're welcome.
We've met our first 3 contestants, and now it's time to meet the contestant from Rwanda.
Representing a land of 1,000 hills. My name is Liliane Iradukunda. Rwanda is an impeccably beautiful country, characterized by a fascinating savanna, undulating hills, deep valleys, abundant wildlife, and natural aesthetics. Its beautiful capital city, Kigali, picturesque with so many sights and delights. Growing up in Rwanda is seeing everyone participating in community activities. This happens every last Saturday of the month. Although the country experienced genocide 24 years ago, Rwanda has done an incredible job of bouncing back, rebuilding and rebranding. I'm passionate about healthy living, which is why I like sports. I've studied tourism because I love adventure, traveling and discovering new things. At the age of 18 years, I was crowned Miss Rwanda 2018, which was a dream come true, being given the opportunity to impact so many people in so many ways. See you in China.
Rwanda, why was becoming Miss Rwanda a dream come true for you?
As I grew up, I had these dreams of helping the needy. After being crowned as Miss Rwanda, I got the opportunity of doing some acts that helps the society positively. So I started a big campaign, me and my fellow contestants, of building for vulnerable and
fighting against malnutrition. So now I think I'm living the beauty with a purpose. And I'm really glad to represent my country, Rwanda, in this big contest because it embraces beauty with a purpose.
And did you always see yourself here at Miss World? Is that how you got here?
Yeah, that was like one of my dreams. So I'm living them.
Great. Well, if you want to go for something, then I think you're showing us that you absolutely can achieve it.
Yeah, I can. Thank you.
Thank you, Rwanda.
Thank you.
Next, we meet Kazakhstan.
Hello, my name is Ekaterina Dvoretskaya. I'm 20 years old and I study at the University of International Relations and World Languages. I will represent Kazakhstan at the Miss World. The territory of Kazakhstan is ninth in the world. It is situated in Europe and Asia and has incredibly beautiful nature. Since I studied the Faculty of International Relations, my future profession is closely connected with language skills. And so I study Kazakh, English and Spanish languages. Also, now I'm seriously engaged in tennis, athletics, dancing and yoga. In the future, I want to be a competent diplomat and to do charity work.
Kazakhstan, why do you want to be a diplomat?
I believe that each person has a purpose. And I found my guiding star not in a flash. Actually, it happened when I found the answers, the main answers to my questions. Why the wars begin, and why people still kill each other, and where to find means which can reconcile all. And answer was on a surface. People still haven't learned to hear each other. And it's very, very important. Thousands of deaths, destroyed destinies, states plunged into the ruin. All of this existed thousands of years ago and unfortunately exists now because ones who were responsible for these events just couldn't agree. And I want to be a diplomat not because it is prestigious or well-paid job. I just want to tell about my country to all the world and to tell my country about the world.
Thank you, Kazakhstan. Our final contestant from Group 9 is England.
Hello, I'm Alicia Cowie, I'm 19 years of age and I'm honoured to be representing my beautiful country, England. The undergraduate degree I am studying is crime scene investigation and forensic science, as my goal is to become a detective. I grew up in the lively but stunning city of Newcastle, which is home to some of the most amazing architecture and famous landmarks. Although I love the energetic city life, I also cherish the lovely peaceful beaches, and in England you can never be more than 72 miles from the ocean. When I'm not trying new sports or activities, I am volunteering at my local special needs school. As I have a brother with autism, I found a special place in my heart for teaching autistic children. I'm so incredibly proud to be representing England in the Miss World Final 2018 held in Sanya, China. I am also unbelievably excited to be sharing this experience with other empowering women from across the globe.
Now, England, I've never met a Miss World contestant who was studying crime scene investigation. Why do you want to be a detective?
So, becoming a detective was a really strange come about for me. Almost 5 years ago, my best friend committed suicide, and because she was so young, the investigation took many years and it was opened and reclosed many times. So instead of getting frustrated and annoyed at the justice system, I became intrigued and interested to see why it was opened and reclosed and reopened again for so many years. So that's why I became interested in becoming a detective, to see the reasoning behind it. So now not only can I sympathise with the families and people who have gone through what I have gone through, but also the other side of the table. So I can understand either way, and that's the reason behind my studies.
Well, I can definitely see then why you want to be a detective. I think a lot of people want to know, what do you learn in your studies when you're doing crime scene investigation?
So over the 3-year course, you do a base law throughout the 3 years. So it is a law degree. And the first year we took fingerprints and fibres from cars, and we learned how to package things properly
and you have to sign everything and things like that. So it is quite complicated, but it's very interesting, and I'm really glad that I've chosen it to study.
Okay, great. Well, thank you for giving us an insight into that field.
Thank you.
That concludes the video presentations of this group. Thank you very much, everyone. As you know, you're welcome. As you know, only one of you can advance to the second round of the head-to-head challenge, and that is decided by public vote. And there are 4 ways to do so. You can like the contestants' official Miss World Facebook pages, like their content on MobStar, vote for them on the Miss World website, or in China on Model Power Live. Now, you've all been given the question before the show. I'll read the question one more time, and you'll each have a chance to answer. And England, we'll start with you. If you could have lunch with any person, dead or alive, who would it be?
If I could have lunch with anyone dead or alive, it would be Sarah, but I'd also bring my mum. Sarah was my best friend, who I mentioned before, who sadly committed suicide almost 5 years ago. I didn't get a chance to say goodbye. So I'd really like to do that. It's the 5th year on 8th of December, the night of the final. So this is all dedicated, This is all dedicated to her, because I've just kind of thrown myself into something and try to achieve what I've always wanted to, because she used to do that and she always taught me to just go for anything, and she was so outgoing. So that's who I'd have lunch with. So thank you.
Thank you, England.
Скорее бы всего, я пригласила Пан Ги Муна и задала ему только один вопрос. Что я могу сделать для этого мира? Потому что этот человек с большим опытом. Он мне нравится своей скрытностью, именно тем, что он очень мало дает интервью, он никогда... И этот человек никогда не участвовал ни в каких конфликтах, он очень редко дает интервью, и, скорее всего, я хотела бы встретиться и задать этот вопрос ему.
I would invite Oprah Winfrey because I really like her acts of helping others. I really like the way she does it. Though she made so many challenges in life, she has faced so many things in her life, but still she does that. So I would like to know from her, why does she do that and where she gets that guts and energy to do it. And I would like to perform her deeds from now and in the future.
It would have to be Malala Yousafzai, a Pakistani activist who fought for female education. And it would be such an honor for me to have lunch with the youngest Nobel Peace Prize laureate. And it is because she has inspired me, and I'm sure to many other girls out there, that we should pursue our dreams and have basic rights, human rights, which is access to education. And Malala is the person that has really proved to me that age is just a number, because when she won the Nobel Peace Prize, she was only 17 years old. So that's why I want to have lunch with Malala.
The person that I would like to dine with, if I had the opportunity, would be Princess Diana. I always been inspired from her kindness and also her personality, that she always lived her life on her own terms. I truly adored her personality and the causes, the great causes that she did for the world.
I would choose my late grandfather, my Aki. Although he passed away before I was born, his tales of hard work and achievements lives on. And I understand that our family's legacy stands from our morals, not from money, not our status, but our values. So if I have just one chance, I want to say thank you to him for raising a strong person that will eventually become my mother. And I promise to him I want to continue our legacy, because of them, I'm who I am today.
Thank you, Indonesia.
Thank you.
And thank you to all 6 of you, 6 diverse and interesting individuals. Thank you for sharing them with the world. So I want to talk a little bit about what your time has been like here in Sanya. What are some highlights of your trip so far?
For me, it's been very inspiring. I really love the weather here and the diversity of the plants and the scenery and everything. Yesterday we went to Yanoda Resort, the rainforest. It was such a cool experience, and we get to zip line, we get to do the swing, and I got a chance to paint all the sceneries and give it to them. It was so wonderful.
Who else got to zip line?
Me.
All over.
Malaysia, Rwanda. I
Yes.
wish I was there.
So when we got on the zip line, it was like the most amazing thing I've ever done so far. And one thing that really struck me throughout the whole trip yesterday was the people.
Yeah.
They are incredibly welcoming and friendly and loving. I don't know, I just fell in love, and they made me feel so much like home.
Yeah.
And you know, it was so touching to see them being so friendly to all of us from different countries.
Yeah.
And I would really love to see that in my own country, you know?
Yeah. And what I really love about Sanya is that the culture here is very interesting. I've been in other countries because I travel a lot, but in here the culture is very different from other countries. People are, as you mentioned, very welcoming.
Yes.
And the hospitality here has been amazing. I felt like home, and I've enjoyed the food here. The nature is unbelievable, so it's been a great experience so far.
Final words from anyone down here?
I think the people have been very warming and made us, although we're thousands of miles away from home, they've made it feel like home here. So that's probably my favourite thing about being in Sanya, China.
Well, for me, everything is very, very incredible here. I really like Sanya, it's so amazing. I mean, I really like how it is, the people, and most of all the food. It's so good.
I'm happy to be here with these ladies, and here this place is with great nature, and I'm very glad that I'm here now.
Yeah.
And we are definitely surrounded by nature. We can hear the animals
Yes.
right now. So
Yeah.
they're speaking to us, they're speaking to you. That does conclude this episode of the Head to Head Challenge. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
As you know, only one of you can advance to round 2, and that will be decided by a public vote. And there are 4 ways to do so. You can like the contestants' official Miss World Facebook pages, like their content on MobStar, in China on Model Power Live, and of course on the Miss World website. That's it for group number 9 here at the Mangrove Tree Resort World in Sanya Bay, China. Thank you.